Alright, hello there. This is, I suppose, specifically for you, Dingo. You stated that there really weren't many gameplay videos, and I agree there aren't. And so, I decided I might as well give you one. I really do hope that this sort of convinces you that the game is... What am I doing? Alright. The game is good enough to play. As of right now, I'm running through Trinit's Dungeon. It's the first dungeon in the game, and the one you'll be playing until you're about level 30, I believe. Oh, sorry. I only have one. Ring, Disciples Ring. Sorry, I'm looking for some. Looking at what I have, rather. Well, as I said, right now I'm running through Trinit's Dungeon, which is the first dungeon in the game. It's the one you'll be playing for quite a while. I'm playing on my Bard Warrior Cleric, my 22-13-10. Combat is fairly simple. It's you click on your toggle combat to, of course, toggle the combat, and then you use your skills. Being a Bard, mainly I use... oh, hey. Being a Bard, ooh, that's a new one. Being a Bard, I use buffs to buff myself. And I'm a melee class. So I picked Bard to buff myself, Warrior to help dish out some damage, and then Cleric to give myself some combat buffs and a few heals. Now the way it works is that you can pick your secondary class level 5 and then your tertiary or your third class level 15, and you level them up as you go. Either all at the same time, distributing the experience between them all, or one at a time, as I like to do. Now, as I said, the combat's fairly simple. It's mainly attack and use skills for the class that I am right now. For mages, it's mainly, you will be mainly using combat spells. Oh, these guys are hard. Well, some of them are hard. I know there are some hard. Yeah, there he is. What is that? I've never seen that guy. I don't think I should be in here. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there. I'm not ready for that. I'm only at 22-13-10. Anyhow, as I said, bards are mainly for buffs, and bards are good soloers. Meaning they can either go alone, but they also work very well in alliances, which are the parties, because they can buff. There's also quite a bit of crafting. I believe that almost every weapon in the game is craftable. And, well, here are all the recipes for crafting everything. Ability levels go to 1000. As for classes, there are all of these 16 classes. There are things like dedicated DPS mages, like the wizard. What is that up there? I didn't realize that was a walk. Oh, sorry, off topic. But there are also dedicated melee, such as the warrior and the barbarian, as well as the assassin and monk. Monk is a very, very good melee. They get a lot of the skills really early, but that's beside the point. Usually combat goes really, really slowly when you're by yourself, but I'm a bit of a higher level than I should be for this area, so it's moving a little bit quicker than usual. Generally, when there's a lot of lower levels, you team up, and that's where the real fun comes in, because my buffs are running out. Because when you're at level, say, well, these guys are level 14s, of course. When you're at level 14, you know, you can't take out 3 of these guys at the same time without taking any damage. You really have to have a party in order to succeed. I dinged there. I leveled up. I'm now level 14 warrior. But yeah, and so that's why I've been asking you to play. If you want to start a new character and you want to play with a teammate, it adds so much depth to the game, considering it's already a very team-oriented game, a very group-oriented game. There's the chat. There it is. As you can see, there's the chat. There's not very many people playing at this time of night, which is fine. Sort of how I like it right now. What time are we up to? Yeah, quite a bit of time. You know, the combat is relatively simple. It is a lot like WoW and all other gameplay. You use your auto attack and you use your skills. There is my character setup is quite simple. However, warrior doesn't have any spells. They rely only on skills such as disarm, defense stance, and adrenaline. Cleric is such a low level at the time that it's just particularly useless. I did take a little bit of damage, so I suppose I could show off one of those spells. Wow, it's a double axe. Never seen one of those. My highest level heal would probably be moderate heal. Yeah, it's not a bad spell, honestly. Now I suppose I could do my buffs. As you can see, I have quite a few buffs. Most of them have become irrelevant. Glorious Gates. Now, as you can see in this information box below, almost all of my buffs give party buffs and not just stats or solos. Some of my cleric upgrades only do stuff for myself, such as shield and protection, which is cleric level 10, but that's fine. Oh, don't want to do that. That's flying. Alright, we can do that. So, of course, a lot of my stuff is, as I said, very, team-oriented, which is good, of course. Which is the other one? Hecleons? Yeah. And so, I mean, there's a possibility of getting, say, a Tempest who is also a buffer, but they're dedicated buffing, really, and their teleportation as well. And you can get a bard such as myself, and then you can get some DPS and some tanks together, and you can absolutely destroy this place because of, you know, you're having yourself your buffs such as mine, which increase. Well, what do my buffs increase? Bear and owl. This increases wisdom, mind, and mysticism, agility, dexterity, strength, body. I mean, really, the bard increases everything. Tempest increases stat resistances, and I believe they give stat gains, damages such as poison, disease, and such. I'm not sure. It takes quite a while to get Tempest to a point where you can actually do good buffs. I believe there are also debuffs, but that's more of a necromancer sort of area. I know, I hate necromancers so much. Here's one of my skills. That's for the warrior, of course. And of course, for free-to-play members like you'll only be able to get 2 skills, but that's fine as well, because really you only need 2 for now, you know. But absolutely all of the game is open to you. You're just only about to have 2 skills, or 2 classes, and honestly it's not a bad thing, because when you only have 2 classes, you're giving out the experience to 2 things, and the only thing is you're not getting the stats for the 3rd one. At the in-game, in the in-game, you'd probably be a lot weaker. However, in-game is try 100, which is, you know, level 300 basically. You're not going to be at a disadvantage at all. And the game it takes an incredibly long time to even get to that point. A lot of the game is grinding based, but it's not bad grinding. It's not like in WoW where you run through one area, you're just sitting in a wooded area killing goats over and over and over and over and over again until you're level 5, so you can go kill scorpions over and over and over again. Or you quest, which is just, you know, an item fetch, or go kill 5 of these. In this game, you know, you can party up, you can run to the desert with higher level, kill some of those guys, come back to the train sewers, and run through by yourself if there's nobody around. And so, I mean, it's really why you need a party in the game, because, you know, it's sort of lonely, I suppose. Not necessarily lonely per se, but it's always more fun with the party. It's always more exciting to seeing the mage blowing stuff up with these fireballs that have these just absolutely stupendously huge animations. There's like meteors raining down from the sky, ice balls flying, your warriors kicking around, your bards flying through the air, throwing down debuffs and buffs and spells and hitting anybody really. Now I'm going to be showing you the city of Trenist in a very special way. Being a bard, I get a spell called I don't exactly remember what the spell is called. It's called Cypria's Airy Melody. What it allows me to do is fly. So I'll be showing you the city like this. This is Trenist, the city of light. Fellowship of Light, rather. It's basically the town that everybody uses. Minions of Darkness is a very, very lackluster, I'd say, I wouldn't say race, but alliance. I don't know what to call it. Anyhow, it's a very lackluster version of this. So, and plus you have to buy the game to do mod, which is Minions of Darkness, and it's really not worth it anyhow. The town's relatively nice. Usually low levels start out here, and what I call the killing fields, killing skeletons, stink bugs, snakes, and spiders. Such as that guy right there, that stink bug, that's beetles, whatever. Pygmy snakes. And these are also good things to get poison mats from. Here are the skeletons. That tower is where you'll be doing your first dungeon, going after Kavach. Oh, it was a bird. I believe she's in there. I think you can see her from out here. Can you? Oh, hello there. That's not Kavach, it's Nitch. But it takes you quite a while to get to Nitch. She's level 6-6. And that's a relatively high level. For new people anyhow. Once you, oh shit. Well, I lived. That would kill you if you were anything lower than what I am. But once you attack, your airy melody, your flying skill goes away. That really is about the basics for everything so far. That's combat and skills and a tour, I suppose. And there's really so much more than that. There are pets, there are alliances, there are these endless amounts of skills. There are all these that you have to take into account, and then there are all of these that you have to take into account. These are all skills that you can level And that's not even to mention the spells. These are all spells. All of these are spells that you get in the game. And there's crafting recipes, and there's enchanting and disenchanting, and then there's factions. There are creatures. All of these are creatures. And then there are creatures that aren't even listed. There are bosses. There are items. And there are crafting items. There's just so much to the game. And while the graphics may not be the best, and they're not, they really aren't the best at all. In fact, I wouldn't even say they're good, because they're not. They're really bad. The gameplay makes up for it entirely. The crafting system makes up for it entirely. The combat, the buffs, the tertiary classes, the spells, the skills. The weather. Right now it's snowing, or raining, I don't know which. This game is incredible. And you should at least give it a try, Dingo. At least give it a try. I hope this convinces you. I really do. Or at least shows you what you're missing. Anyhow, I suppose that's really all there is to say. I just hope you download it.